HiRevz Media is sponsored by Born to Ride Motorcycle Magazine. Check out borntoride.com. Alright guys, so working on the Genesis again, and got a blow-off valve adapter plate to adapt it to the RS style GReddy, and I have one already. As the reason I just went ahead and got the adapter here, so this will adapt the diverter valve to a regular blow-off valve and make some nice Turbocharged noises. So it's right there. Gotta take those bolts out, rip that off, bolt this up, and then bolt up the GReddy valve. All right guys, so I'm gonna take out these 3 bolts and then that hose, and that should come right off. All right guys, so here's the diverter valve. Just spring-loaded diaphragm. There's the end of the turbo now. So now we get the plate on there and then get the blow-off valve on. And at some point in time, I'm gonna end up changing this here pretty soon, but I gotta get some stuff in to do that, so it'll stay for now. But not going too bad. Get the plate on there. All right guys, got the O-rings in here. Put a tiny bit of silicone on them, try to make them stay. Still kind of trying to pop out a little bit. Those have to stay on there. Now I'm gonna get it back down in here, and I'm gonna use the factory bolts to put this back on with. They're a little short because this is kind of a little bit thicker than the other piece, but I like them better than the bolts that came with this, so I'm gonna do that instead. All right guys, so this is how I hooked up the blow-off valve. So there's the GReddy blow-off valve, and it's kind of hard to see it now because it's all tucked in here. But once we get the cold air intake on here, it'll be a little bit better. But anyways, mount it up. It's got to be straight down. That's the only way it'll fit as far as this one goes. And then I hooked up my line over here. This is a main vacuum source where normally this would hook in directly right here. So all I did is pull it off of there, put in a T in here, and I'll link that in the description. And then these blue hoses are silicone hoses, and I'll link those in the description too. It's a full kit. So, but anyways, that worked really good. That gives it a nice big vacuum source because the smaller ones didn't seem to work. I tried it multiple places. I even tried jumping it from this one, and again, it was just either too small or it was only receiving vacuum. I couldn't even get it to do anything. So as far as this goes, all this is the same. I've just capped this with a bolt at the moment. We'll put a plug on it at some point in time, or a cap on it rather. But anyways, this is the best vacuum source. I saw this from another guy on one of the forums, and it's a nice big vacuum source. It pulls a lot of vacuum, it goes to other things. So this lets it jump over, and it works perfectly. So that'll work. Right guys, I'm gonna show you the blow-off sound. Going through some hills. Put a little load on it. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's pretty loud. But it's on the right side of the car. Get the window down, but I'm trying to get as much sound as I can get. And these things act crazy sometimes. They can choose whether or not it'll give you 10 pounds, sometimes it'll give you 12 pounds, sometimes it'll give you 16 pounds. You know, it doesn't really pick a number all the time, which is kind of odd. Sure, that's why some people put their own electronic boost controller on it, so they don't have to deal with that. Because it is kind of annoying, because sometimes it pulls like crazy, you know, but it's running 16 pounds, and sometimes it's not. So let's see where we at right now. Yeah, right at 12. Not too bad.
Time to get out and play. AMSOIL delivers the ultimate protection for your vehicles and equipment. Fast, free shipping right to your door. Spend $100 and shipping is on us. Order now at AMSOIL.com.